Fala galera, beleza? Boa tarde. Estamos aqui em mais uma live. A gente vai cobrir hoje o evento, né? Foi uma grande surpresa que foi anunciado hoje, né? Um evento da Xbox. A gente já sabia que ia ter um evento agora no começo desse mês. E foi anunciado para hoje e já está rolando o evento. Então, sem mais delongas, vou pôr aqui na tela. Vamos lá.
We wanted a Avowed setting to feel rich, weird and wonderful.
Bom, o primeiro jogo que está sendo apresentado pra gente é o novo jogo da
helping us create a unique RPG experience.
É um dos grandes esperados entre esse ano da Microsoft, né? Esse evento, galera, ele está prometendo bastante mostrar o Avowed, né? E alguma coisa do novo jogo do Indiana Jones, né? Vamos ver o que a Microsoft tem para nos oferecer esse ano.
Each of those regions itself is a conflux of storied landscapes. All of the regions have a lot of special things associated with them, but I have a deep place in my heart for Shatterscarp. As you're wandering the wastes of Shatterscarp, you might notice off in the distance a vibrant jewel of color. By transitioning from destitute, muted tones of a wasteland of sand and marching in towards a beautiful oasis, there's the opportunity there for life, for adventure, and even a little danger.
Uma referência, né, para gráfico, né? Sempre foi.
We hope you've enjoyed this look at Avowed. We're thrilled to share more about the game in the coming months, and we can't wait for you to explore the living lands when Avowed launches this fall.
Aparentemente sem data ainda, né? Ó, o jogo tá bem legal, olha. Interessante. O universo ele parece muito rico, né? Tem vários biomas, tá bem diversificado. Esse eu tô de olho. Interessante. Vai sair no outono, né? Vai sair pra Game Pass. Esse ano já. Isso aí. Então esse foi o primeiro jogo, galera, dessa Direct. Bora ver mais o que eles estão preparando aí pra gente, né? A Microsoft está bem parado, né, assim, em relação a lançamentos e tal, nessa geração. Então vamos ver, né, o que nos aguarda. Acho que o próximo, o jogo da Ninja Theory, né, que vai ser o Hellblade 2, né. Esse também é um jogo que tem uma base de fãs muito grande. O primeiro eu não joguei ainda, quero muito jogar. Mas é um jogo também que criou uma expectativa muito alta, né, por conta da qualidade do primeiro jogo. O Senua Saga. Já haviam mostrado no Game Awards um pouco da gameplay do jogo. O jogo tá lindo, né, como sempre. E vale lembrar que esse jogo aqui, o primeiro, né, agora não é mais, mas era um jogo indie. E muita gente ficou impressionada com o gráfico, né, que não era um jogo pixelado, né, acharam que era um jogo grande, mas era um jogo indie.
Senua is back with a new quest.
E agora que o estúdio tem todo o apoio da Microsoft, né, que é hoje em dia a maior empresa que tem mais dinheiro, né? Então agora eles estão. A expectativa está muito alta porque eles têm um caixa maior, né? Então eles podem expandir muito mais a criatividade do estúdio, né?
Little by little, this settlement became my tribe.
In the game, Senua arrives in 10th century Iceland on the trail of the Vikings who have been enslaving her people. In the story, we're trying to be as faithful to history as we can up to a point, establishing a solid framework and then building more surreal elements on top. Senua will face up to giants who have plunged the land into chaos, and which in turn has seen the rise of the Droiga, a violent threat that has swept through the settlements.
Né, nessa continuação.
Senua will make new enemies and also new allies who will come to see her unique perspective as a beacon of hope.
Será que tem uma legenda aqui?
She'll discover along with us how this viewpoint can have its advantages.
Senua is a
bonito, né?
Celtic warrior who experiences psychosis, seeing things that other people don't, hearing voices, and having unique beliefs about the world around her. To bring Senua's perspective of the world to life in a truthful way, we have once again worked closely with Professor Paul Fletcher at the University of Cambridge, as well as people with lived experience of psychosis.
What does that mean?
Isso que é muito legal também, que foi um grande
Players
destaque
will
no
find
primeiro
themselves
jogo.
traversing beautiful and hostile environments,
A personagem
seeking
principal, né, a
answers from
Senna, ela
patterns and
tem
signs that Senua
esquizofrenia,
sees in
né?
her own unique way.
Então, durante o jogo
Battling
você
through encounters
consegue
with
escutar
enemies that will
vozes
push Senua
assim,
to her
e
limits.
quando você joga de fone fica muito mais intenso. Você sente vozes em cada lado do ouvido, assim, é muito bem feito. E o jogo ele foi feito.
On Saga, we've taken
O
everything to the
estúdio
next level.
convidou
With a new motion
psicólogos de
capture
verdade
space, a bigger stage
para
team, a stunt crew
auxiliar,
and a
né,
new cast.
We spent a lot of time
Essa
planning
mixagem
the
de
motion
som mesmo, né?
capture shoots, thinking of what events would be good to bring into this fight. Like, how can we make this fight feel different from the previous fight? We have all new combat for the sequel. One of our key goals was the ability to actually
Eles estão
tell a
falando
story
sobre
throughout
o combate do jogo, que foi
it. It
atualizado.
does feel very
O primeiro eu
different
joguei
from the first
pouquinho
game,
só e dava pra
but
ver que era bem
it's very
simples.
brutal and you're very invested in it. Senua isn't a superhero. She's fighting for survival, and we want the player to feel her struggle in every step of her journey. We want the player to always feel like they just scraped through, just survived it.
Mel knows Senua better than anyone, better than I do. Her instincts are amazing, and she really doesn't need much help from me. On stage, our main focus is storytelling. So I get to watch the actors and see all the beautiful expressions on their faces. And then I have to wait a little while, and then I
Mesmo,
get
as
to see that
expressões
all
no jogo,
again,
ótimo
in
detalhe,
game,
né?
in costume, on location,
As
everything.
expressões
It's
faciais
a
desse jogo
great
são muito bem
experience, a great
capturadas,
process.
então
Every discipline in the
é muito
studio
bem
is
feito, muito
unified
bem
in
feito.
achieving a deep level
Assim,
of
no
immersion
primeiro já
to help
era, agora no
suspend your
segundo vai
disbelief
estar
and
insano.
pull you into Senua's story.
Com certeza. Esse
We were
aqui é
lucky
um grande
enough to
lançamento
do a
do
few
ano.
reference gathering trips in Iceland. You have to be there. The sense of scale, everything is incredible. And you see a scene or you see a small section of the game and you're like, yeah, that works. That's amazing.
Senua experiences reality differently, and a part of this manifests in the voices he hears.
She will collapse. She will collapse.
These voices come to life through binaural audio, which provides a good representation of this type of auditory hallucinations. As we focus in immersion, binaural audio is perfect for this because through headphones, you surround yourself in a three-dimensional space. In the first game, we only applied to the voices that Senua listens in her head. In this game, through a spatial audio technology and some extra little things within the game, there is music that is binaural. Every single sound has the potential to be binaural, so everything is spatialized around you, and it's a very beautiful experience.
Legal, isso é essencial para esse jogo, ter uma experiência bineural, né?
Music is a strange language in the sense that it speaks to our emotions fast and deep. It's not only about quality, it's about personality. So when you listen to Hellblade, you know it's Hellblade. On the music, we are working with Heilung, which for me is a personal privilege because I really admire them. We feel their craft, their depth, their meaning in the music. It really connects with our game and elevates
Isso aí
it to
foi
something really
transmitido no Game
special.
Awards, né?
We
A
are also
apresentação
working
do
with heavy
Hellblade.
metal
Muito
singers,
bom.
throat singers, and our very own Furies. They sing so beautiful, and we add that binaural touch of music. So this all creates a very immersive and a very special and unique experience.
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech. And that's our aim in Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, is to not only see where Senua goes next, but to deliver something really meaningful for our players.
My hope is that they will really connect to Senua as a character, and even if they can't really relate to what she's going through, maybe they know someone that relates to that character and they can then understand that person better.
Well, I don't want to sound cheesy, but in a way I'm Senua, right? She exists and doesn't. It exists through all of our work, through every ninja. So we all are Senua, and we are creating this character that grows and grows and grows and grows and keep growing and keep changing. So that makes it real.
I'm so proud of the love, care, and passion our team here at Ninja Theory are putting into Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Our hope is to not only create a game that is great to play, but to craft an experience that leaves you thinking and feeling. From our combat gameplay through to our action set pieces, from our cinematic scenes to our puzzle solving, everything is crafted in service of Senua's journey, a journey that you can embark on May 21st.
21 de maio. Agora temos data. Esse é um grande lançamento da Xbox esse ano. E com certeza temos expectativas muito altas, muito altas. O que que tem? Será que Indiana Jones agora? Não, acho que vai ser o último. Eita. Tem alguma coisa aí. Square Enix? Isso é surpresa, isso aí não estava anunciado, galera. Muito legal, a gente vê agora que, principalmente o Japão, que não tinha uma relação muito boa com o Xbox, eles têm trabalhado muito em conjunto. Da série Mana. Legal. Deve ser o novo jogo. Visions of Mana.
Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにいち早くお伝えできる機会をいただけて大変光栄です。コンソールゲームとしては約17年ぶりとなる聖剣伝説シリーズの完全新作。聖剣伝説シリーズは1991年にファイナルファンタジー外伝として誕生して以降、マナと聖剣をめぐって描かれる愛をテーマに、個性豊かなキャラクターたち、心に響く楽曲の数々、武器の特性を生かして戦うアクション RPG としてこれまでに17作発売され、長らく愛されてきました。
Tem vários títulos, tipo Tales of, né?
本作は30年以上の歴史あるシリーズの最新作となるため、これまで培われてきた聖剣伝説としての世界をしっかり感じられるものを目指して鋭意制作中です。フィールドでは自然や精霊とのつながりを感じられる色彩豊かな聖剣伝説の世界を体験してもらえると思います。シリーズおなじみのモンスターたちも本作に登場しています。
Parece que o jogo não mudou muito o estilo, achei que fosse ter alguma inovação na gameplay assim. Parece que tá seguindo o mesmo molde dos outros.
聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの内容を紹介していきたいと思います。
Hello, I am Koichi Shi from Grabs. I am so happy to introduce the newest game in the Mana series to Xbox players. 初期の頃からシリーズ作品に登場しているモンスターたちは私が考案したものですが、中には小学生の頃すでにイメージができていたものもあります。今作では初めはドット絵からスタートしたモンスターたちをどのような形で最新化して聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナに落とし込むか、デザインの方向性からモデルの完成イメージまでを監修する立場でプロジェクトに参加しました。聖剣伝説ファイナルファンタジー外伝を作っていた頃から自分の頭の中ではモンスターたちは立体的に生き生きと動いて、これまで自分が携わった作品ではそれらをどうやって当時の技術で表現できるかにこだわって作ってきました。最新作では聖剣伝説のモンスターたちのただ可愛いだけではなく恐ろしさの部分もしっかりと
Dá pra ver também uma grande inspiração em Dragon Quest, né? Pra quem jogou Dragon Quest qualquer um a partir do 8, se não me engano.
空を旅する海を渡る手助けをしてくれる頼もしい仲間たちがいました
Os dois também eles são da Square Enix, né? Então faz sentido.
陸上を猛スピードで駆け回ってくれるピックル。ピックルも石井さんが新たに考案してくださっています。
Isso é igual Dragon Quest 11, cara. É assim mesmo.
今作のマスコットキャラクターになるくらい可愛い動物にしたいという漠然とした思いがありました。その上でヨークシャテリアの毛並み、 見た目はアルマジルによく似た仙山港や古代エジプト神のアヌビス
Quem
の
não
子
sabe
供と
também,
いっ
os
た
jogos da série
具体的な
Mana
イメージ
entraram
が浮
esse
かんで
mês
き
na
て、
PS Plus.
それぞれの
Então
特
quem
徴を
quiser
取り入れな
jogar,
がら
conhecer
ゲームデ
melhor,
ザ
tem
イン
lá
を
na
書き起
Plus.
こしました。デザイナーにもアイデアを出してもらいながら、足の長さや丸まった時のイメージなど、ゲームの中での見え方も考えながら調整を重ねていき、ピックルは誕生しました。
もう一つの挑戦は楽曲面です。過去、様々なコンポーザーが携わられた楽曲の雰囲気が感じられ
Esses
つつ、
jogos assim, cara,
最新
esses
作として
JRPGs, eles mandam demais, cara. As trilhas são muito fodas,
BGM でも
são
しっ
muito
かり
boas.
聖剣伝説シリー
O
ズらし
bagulho
さ
de
を
você
感
ficar
じてもらえる
escutando
と思い
depois
ます。
no Spotify.
過去シリーズの楽曲を手掛けたクリエイターたちが全100曲という大ボリュームの制作に挑んでくれました。新たな試みとしてフィールドの探索からバトルまでをシームレスに体験できるよう、今作ではインタラクティブミュージックを導入しており、冒険の没入感を高めてくれます。探索中の BGM がバトルに入った瞬間、アレンジが切り替わる様を実際に聞いてみましょ
Tá bem legalzinha a gameplay também. Parece um jogo bem gostosinho de jogar.
今作はアクション
Vários
RPG
poderes,
聖
tá
剣
ligado?
伝説のアクション部分が強化されています。空中でのアクションがバトルの鍵となっており、武器での攻撃だけでなく魔法での攻撃も可能になっています。そして本作ならではの特徴として、聖剣伝説シリーズではおなじみの精霊たちがいますが、
Tem um poderzinho que
そ
a
の
gente fica
力を宿した
carregando
武
aí,
器を
só
使うと
que
バトルを手助けして
acho
く
que
れ
é
るように
a
なり
mesma
ま
animação
す。
pra todos, porque ele tipo, carrega o
精霊によっては様
poderzinho
々な特性の違いがありま
ali
す
com
の
a
で、
mão, mas cada
その
vez
効
faz
果
um
とと
poder
もに
diferente.
聖
Eu acho
剣
que é a
伝
mesma
説の世
animação
界
com
ら
vários
しい
poderes.
不思議な力で爽快なバトルを楽しんでいただけます。
オリジナルモンスターやピックルにも注目してほしいのですが、聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナーは聖剣伝説らしさを感じてもらえる作品になるよう、小山田君を中心にチームのみんなが頑張って作ってくれていますので、ぜひ発売日を楽しみに待っていてください。私自身もプレイするのを楽しみにしています。
Interessante jogo.
聖剣伝説シリーズとして初めて Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにお
Aí,
届
ó,
け
os
す
jogos
る
da
聖
Square,
剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナー
eles
は
sempre
今
deram
後も様々
prioridade
な
para
情
o
報をお届けしてい
PlayStation,
き
né?
ますの
Nessa
で、
geração dá
ぜ
pra
ひ
ver
ご期待ください。
que
この夏、
que
この忘れられない冒
eles
険を
estão
Xbox ユーザーの皆さんに楽しんでいただける日が
Square Enix
今から待ちきれません。
quanto a Atos também tá sempre em conjunto, né? Então agora com o Xbox, com a Microsoft, né? Interessante. Agora a gente vai ver o que? Jogo novo da Oxide. Não me recordo de ter sido anunciado antes, vamos ver, né? Realmente, Indiana Jones vai ser o último, galera. Eles sabem o que eles estão segurando aí, eles sabem. Oxide.
Hello, and welcome to Oxide Games. We founded the studio in 2013 with our decades of personal experience building some of the most beloved strategy games of all time, like Civilization V. We came together to create something new and innovative in a genre we all love. Ara History Untold is the game we've dreamt of making.
Ara History Untold.
Ara is an homage to historical gamers, strategy gamers, 4X gamers. It features all the depth and gameplay fans of this genre love, where you'll explore the world, expand your nation, govern your people, and engage with your rivals on the international stage. But it isn't just more of the same. With Ara, we wanted to challenge some of the preconceived notions about the genre, push it forward in a modern, empowering, and truly compelling and approachable way.
For example, we have over 100 instruments on display in the office, which are all things that we purchased in order to add to the soundtrack and expand the game and make it really good. Hi, Dan. That's Dan. We started in his basement. It's been an amazing process to see from concept to completion. We started small, building a robust game engine, questioning our design assumptions, and prototyping out
Interessante, esse
features,
também é um tipo
rediscovering what made us
de,
fall in love with
esse tipo de
strategy
jogo que é
games in
bem
the first
nichado, né,
place.
também.
The end result is Ara, the
Pelo
historical
menos que
grand
eu
strategy
vejo, né?
game that presents a living world where you can rule how you want to rule and chart your own path to becoming the most prestigious nation on the
É
planet.
tipo um Age of
For Ara,
Mythology,
we
assim,
knew
pra
we
quem
needed
conhece,
deep
né? Um jogo de
systems with outcomes
estratégia.
that encourage exploration and give players the power to experiment and make meaningful strategic choices while still having agency over their playstyle.
We also wanted to explore more in different parts of history and give players from around the world the chance to see the game reflect their unique perspective and not just ours.
And finally, we knew that for players to feel the impact of their decisions, they would need to see their choices reflected in the game world itself, not just through numbers on a menu. One of the first differences you'll see when you dive into Ara is what we call the living world. It's a procedurally generated alternate Earth, bursting with life, an intuitive, authentic, and immersive space, a blank canvas for players to paint the society of their dreams.
The living world isn't just a map. It reflects the choices players make over the course of the game. They can see everything from the settling of the wilderness to cultural influence on architecture over time to the thousands of citizens living their lives and reacting to the changes. We want players to feel like they're truly occupying the world, leading their people as they thrive and grow. Core to the vision of Ara is our philosophy of rule how you want to rule. And no feature better exemplifies this than the prestige system.
To win a game of Ara, players will compete with their rivals to build the most influential, impressive, and important nation the world has ever known. This is measured by prestige, the player's score that proves their worth as a leader.
The prestige system gives players the chance to decide what kind of leader they want to be. Do they want to pursue great works of arts and culture? Military might? Scientific advancement? The choice is theirs.
Ah, tem bastante coisa nesse jogo,
There
né?
are no set victory conditions. Players get to decide what is most important to them and focus and prioritize on those goals while still being able to win the game.
Personally, when I play Ara, I like to build triumphs. Triumphs are our collection of incredible monuments and architectural achievements from throughout human history, like the Great Pyramid of Giza. They're hard to build, but worth it, giving huge prestige bonuses and game-changing abilities to the nation that constructs them.
Another aspect of Ara that I'm personally excited about is our crafting system.
The crafting system offers a unique challenge to the player that they generally won't see often in the 4X
Tô ligado
genre.
que esse jogo aí são tipo várias partidas e cada uma assim leva umas 3, 4 horas ou mais ainda. É um jogo assim bem grande assim de cada partida, né? Acho que o meu irmão ele jogava o Civilization, ele me disse uma vez que, pô, uma partida era umas 5, 6 horas. Deve ser uma loucura isso aí, cara. Ó, o Vini mandou mensagem aí, ó. Mais bravo do canal. Valeu, Vini. Tamo junto, mano.
And even manufacturing the weapons necessary to draft military units. The crafting system in Ara encourages thoughtful, advanced planning. It rewards players who
Pra quem chegou agora, mostraram um pouco da Valve, né? O próximo jogo da Obsidian. Mostraram também a Square Enix, ela fez uma participação, né? Mostrou o novo jogo deles, que é o Visions of Mana, né? E agora estão mostrando esse jogo, que é o... A Valve, não é... Age of Mythology, é o meu irmão falando, né? Claramente um Age of Mythology. Pois é, mano, parece muito Age of Mythology.
You get to keep playing the game and stay engaged rather than having those periods of downtime where you're not doing anything.
E aí a gente tá esperando agora, né, Indiana Jones, que é a grande promessa dessa Direct aqui, né? Também mostraram Hellblade 2, né? A Ninja Theory mostrou Hellblade 2. E após esse jogo, já vai ser Indiana Jones. Passaram pra gente que ia ser 48 minutos de evento, né? O Microsoft postou. Então deve acabar umas 5h48 ali, no máximo 5h50.
With a diverse global roster, we know players will find leaders that they will want to play. And even a few that may surprise them with how fun it is when those leaders are handed the reins of power.
Interessante. Isso aí parece realmente um jogo de tabuleiro, né? Pra quem conhece Seven Wonders, não sei se vocês conhecem, é um jogo de tabuleiro que é basicamente construir maravilha, madeira, minério de ferro, essas coisas assim. É bem parecido, né? Pega a mesma ideia ali. Você consegue glória, cada construção e tal. Interessante. Bem parecido com esse aí.
It was maybe a little bit too aggressive or disruptive. We knew we should probably make a change when one of our insiders made a forum post that was just cougars, 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 I hate cougars. Someone get these feline demons away from me. I'm happy to report, based on more recent feedback, that I think we ended up in a good place with the overall threat level of mountain lions to a player's citizenry.
It's been years of hard work to bring you a strategy experience like no other.
Opa, vocês viram ali, né? A telinha do Persona ali atrás, eu vou voltar com calma ali e eu vou mostrar pra vocês. Esse estúdio tem cultura.
We are going to maintain our insider program after the release date and continue to listen to players and support the game into the future.
On behalf of everyone at Oxide Games, thank you for joining us today. We can't wait for you to play Ara.
Ara, esse é o nome do jogo. History Untold. PC e PC Game Pass. Então nada pro console do Xbox, né? Do Xbox. Agora acredito que vai ser Indiana Jones, galera. É a promessa desse evento. É um jogo que, cara, pode dar muito errado, só que ele tem um potencial muito grande por conta da marca, né? Indiana Jones a gente consegue pensar muito em Uncharted, Tomb Raider, né?
We are really excited to finally be able to share our work on Indiana Jones. Since the first film came out, Indiana Jones has always represented the ultimate adventure. Even today, it's one of the most iconic franchises in pop culture. In this game, you aren't just playing as Indy, you are Indiana Jones. You will see through his eyes and experience a journey that we hope lives up to the proud legacy of Indiana Jones. When Todd Howard first told us about his vision for the game, we knew we would be a very good fit to help bring it to life.
I've wanted to make an Indiana Jones game forever. I'd had this idea for what it would be like and the story, what Indy was going after, what period of his life it was in, what kind of arc he was going to have. And as the years went on, I thought, who would be like the best studio in the world to make this? And it was my friends at Machine Games. I can remember pitching Lucasfilm on the game and being, a little bit nervous because, look, it's, Indiana Jones, and their response was just overwhelmingly positive, and just that excitement has bled through the whole project, and they have just been so trusting and supportive of everything that we want to do with the game. It's been a long time. I've been a fan of this my whole life, and I couldn't be more excited to show you what the team here has been up to. Let's take our first look at the new Indiana Jones game.
Aí a gente quer ver gameplay, né? A gente quer ver trailer, quer gameplay. Vai ver.
Dr. Jones, while you were playing your pointless game, I was playing you. You're wondering if maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning instead of ending up here, dead and forgotten in the sands of Africa.
Myths. History.
O jogo vai ser em primeira pessoa. Foi interessante. E o ator conseguiram pegar o mesmo do filme, mano. Da hora. A gente vai ter o Han Solo aí.
history, mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle. I've had run-ins with these guys before. Trust me, it ain't a walk in the park.
Hey, let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I can keep up? Patron of the fallen angels, protector of the sugary mud, the great circle. You have any idea how old that was?
Puta, da hora, hein, galera. Da hora, da hora.
Indiana Jones is
Também
such
completamente
an
falando,
iconic
mas
character, and he means so much to so many people.
foda demais.
Everyone here at the
O Vini e o
studio
Breno
has their own
gostaram aí,
indie
ó.
stories and
Legal.
memories.
Achei
Most
bem
of us grew up with
interessante.
his adventures and have been
Ele
fans of the movies and the
tava
character for
alternando
years.
entre a primeira pessoa e a terceira
He's a
pessoa. Achei da
brilliant
hora o combate.
archaeologist, he's a charismatic
Eu acho que tinha
everyman,
que ter, né?
he's passionate
Interessante.
and determined. And for us, he's synonymous with adventure.
Now we have the opportunity to tell a new Indiana Jones story for a modern gaming audience. Our game is all about putting you in Indy's shoes, letting you see and feel what he sees and feels. For us at Machine Games, we do that best through first person. It's the ideal perspective to bring you into the rich, exciting and interactive world we've built. We believe that being up close and personal to the adventure is key, making each action feel like your own.
Whether it's cracking your whip, solving puzzles in ancient temples, or seeing your knuckles go bloody in a fistfight.
Achei bem da hora a mecânica do chicote. Da hora demais.
But we still want you to have those moments. Seeing his iconic silhouette with the hat, the whip, and so for things like cutscenes,
Da hora demais.
environmental traversal, we pull the camera back for a third person.
E bem legal que assim, a ambientação tá bem diversificada, né?
Jones and the Great Circle is
Vai ser
set
canônico,
between
é
Raiders
legal.
of the Lost Ark and the Last Crusade.
Vai ser canônico.
When our game begins, Indiana is working at Marshall College. He wakes up in the middle of the night to the sounds of a break-in and rushes to confront the thief in the college museum. The mysterious giant of a man makes off with what seems to be a historically insignificant artifact, sparking Indiana's curiosity.
Who the hell are you?
Following the trail, Indiana heads to the Vatican, hoping to learn why this particular relic was stolen, and discovers that things aren't what they appear.
He starts pulling at the strings of a mystery, and it all unravels until he has no choice but to see it through to the end, whatever the end may be.
On next plane to Rome. Stop. Need help. Stop. Meet me in Vatican. Stop.
We always talk about how clever Indiana Jones is. That had to be one of our guiding principles when we were thinking about the type of game we were making. It wouldn't be Indy if he wasn't using his wits to get through the situation. The most authentic Indiana Jones experience we can make is the one that makes you think first.
Sure, there will be some obstacles that will be more easily overcome with the revolver or a gun taken from a disarmed guard. But I think most of the time you'll have more fun and, to be honest, a more genuine indie experience by finding more clever ways to solve a problem.
We always want to be offering more solutions, whether it's trying a different path through the environment to get around enemies, observing enemy patrols and using them to your advantage, or using the tools at your disposal, like the whip.
It's an amazing global adventure with action propelling you through your journey.
We have these really diverse environments for you to explore. Indy's journey will take him to the forgotten temples of Sukhothai, the pyramids of Egypt, the snow-peaked Himalayas, and beyond.
We look carefully at each location and the time period the game is set in, and we're trying to make it as authentic and accurate as possible.
We love creating rich, vibrant worlds, and in this game, we also had the goal of making it feel like a true cinematic Indiana Jones adventure.
One of the biggest ways to do that is with the music. John Williams is the original composer for the indie films, and we're really lucky to have found Gordy Hub, a composer who's been able to capture...
E bem interessante que eles mantiveram também o trilha sonora original do jogo, né? Bem da hora. Ou do filme, no caso, né?
A very movie-like approach to things like cinematics. We're very physical with our production style. We use a lot of stunt actors. Things like this help us bridge the gap between making a game and making a movie.
And of course, our characters do a lot to help bring the world to life as well. Next to Indy, Gina is our other main protagonist. Where Indy is pursuing answers just for the sake of curiosity, Gina has a personal stake in getting to the bottom of the core mystery.
Gina is an investigative reporter who has a lot riding on this adventure. She's been tracking a lead for some time, and now she's found an ally in this determined American professor. Their paths are intertwined.
Vão ser duas campanhas, será?
In order to get to the bottom of this
não, acho que vai ser em conjunto, né? Vai ser.
Hey, man. Let's see if we can keep up.
Fine.
Vai ser tipo Leon e a Ashley, né?
We always love our villains and think we might have found our favorite one yet in Emmerich Voss. He's this intensely psychological man. He's obsessed with the human mind and manipulating it.
He's highly intelligent and the perfect foil for Indy. They're both brilliant people compelled by their passions and obsessions, but driven down wildly different roads.
He creeps up on you and gets under your skin like he gets under Indy's skin. It's captivating.
Dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
One of our mottos for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is adventure first. But in every indie adventure, there are always those moments where he finds himself in the action.
That's been one of those balancing acts for us, and we've ended up with this sort of hybrid experience that mixes melee combat, stealth, and gunplay.
How you approach any given situation is up to you. You may choose to sneak around an enemy patrol, or maybe you'll just pick up a shovel and whack them on the back of their head. And when you can't use your wits, you got Indy's most iconic tool. Just like you see in the movies, one of our goals has been to make the whip as fun and multi-purpose as possible. We want it integrated into every aspect of the game.
You can use it as a traversal tool to make your way around the environment. You can use it as a distraction. And yes, you can absolutely use it in combat. Everything you'd expect from Indy's whip, and hopefully a little bit more. Puzzles are a key feature.
Muito interessante essa mecânica, como que eles encaixaram o chicote, né? Muito da hora.
Obviously, there are a handful of puzzles on the main path, but a lot of the puzzles are optional and are just there for the players who want to experience them. Epic traps, small secrets, and hidden puzzles that blend right in with their surroundings.
One thing I love about our game is the level of interactivity that we have. We have this world of mystery where anything could potentially hide a secret. The more you look, the more you'll discover.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I want to thank you all for joining us for our big reveal of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Machine Games is known for creating these roller coaster experiences with huge set pieces, surprising twists, and immersive narratives. It's exciting for us that we have been able to stay so true to the Indiana Jones franchise and create such an authentic experience while still being able to showcase what makes us us. We are making a game for everyone, whether you are very familiar with the franchise or not. Because at the heart of Indiana Jones is an incredible adventure, and I think that's something everyone wants to be part of. I'm also very excited to announce that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will be coming later this year, and we cannot wait to share more soon.
Tô bem hypado, hein? Bem hypado. Achei muito foda. Eu já vou comentar mais sobre o jogo, eu tenho alguns pontos para falar aqui. Ó, 2024 é Game Pass também, galera. Game Pass, PC também. Pra quem não sabe, o estúdio Machine Games, ele fez toda a franquia Wolfenstein, tá? Pra quem não conhece, então é um estúdio interessante, assim, eles têm bons jogos. Então, vai ser um resumo agora, né, sobre tudo.
Take one? Is it animals, children, and game developers?
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech.
Core to the vision of Ara is our philosophy of rule how you want to rule. Stay happy!
Creating an immersive experience like Avowed is anchored in the world we build.
Fiquei bem hypado pra esse Avowed também. Muito interessante o jogo. Indiana Jones eu tinha um pé atrás, mas acho que fiquei bem interessado pelo jogo. Meu maior medo era ser mais um Tomb Raider, mais um Uncharted, né? Porque são dois jogos que têm duas franquias, né? Que puxam muita inspiração de Indiana Jones, né? Principalmente Uncharted 4, que só tem até a cordinha, que seria tipo o chicote dele, né? Acho que acabou o evento, galera. Não vai ter One More Thing. Acabou, acho. Vamos ver. E o anúncio global de Elder Scrolls, hein? Bom, acabou. Interessante, hein? Bom. Então vamos lá, né? Esse foi o primeiro evento, né, da Xbox no ano, com seus grandes anúncios. Eu vou comentar principalmente sobre a questão do Indiana Jones, né? É um jogo que a gente tinha muito medo por poder ser mais do mesmo, mas eu achei bem interessante que o jogo vai estar em primeira pessoa. Acho que essa escolha foi justamente por conta disso, pra gente não assimilar os jogos, porque acho que ele ia virar muito um Uncharted, um Tomb Raider, e ser em primeira pessoa vai deixar ele um jogo diferenciado, né? Então, tô bem ansioso pro jogo, tô até pensando em pegar um Xbox só pra jogar isso daí, porque meu PC não vai rodar, então é bem interessante. Aliás, eu queria mostrar aqui pra vocês que mostrou. Teve. Vou colocar aqui, ó. Microsoft Direct. Eu fiquei de mostrar que teve o. Mostrou a telinha do Persona ali, mano. Deixa eu mostrar pra vocês aí. Não sei se vocês viram quando eu tava mostrando aquele joguinho RTS lá, né? Vou pôr aqui pra vocês de novo. Antes do Indiana Jones, bem no finalzinho do trailer, o estúdio que fez o Ara, né? O Era. Deixa eu compartilhar aqui.
Hey, it would be a good fit. The overall
feedback is the only way to really understand what you're making. It gives us
just feel more real.
Outro ponto bem interessante é como o Todd Howard parece que está bem dentro desse projeto, né, do Indiana Jones. Né, ele tá participando bem ativamente, né, desse processo.
With a diverse global them with in the end
change
is listen to
you for Ara, on behalf of
Please state launch of
experience like no other. It's been
with the overall. I'm happy to report, based on more recent feedback, that I think we ended up in a good place with the overall threat level of mountain lions to a player's citizenry.
Vou mostrar pra vocês, foi bem aqui no finalzinho. Aí, ó o Joker aqui, ó, galera. Culturada essa moça aqui, ó. Culturada. E suja inteira, né, mano? Mas, então, galera, esse foi o evento. Tô bem hypado pra tudo aqui, tanto pra Valve, Hellblade. Eu quero dar uma chance, quero jogar o primeiro antes, depois jogar o segundo, né? Ver se eu acabo o jogo até maio. E, galera, pra quem ficou aí acompanhando, muito obrigado, viu? E todos os eventos, assim, galera, a gente vai cobrir aqui, tá bom? Hoje eu cheguei um pouco atrasado por causa do trampo, mas aí a gente vai cobrindo sempre que dá, tá bom? Então, valeu aí, galera, pra quem ficou acompanhando todo o evento aí. E até o próximo. Valeu, galera.